Good morning, viewers. RJ Sudha again, host and founder of Tamar Subai Radio. This week, we are going to be celebrating International Women's Day. We are going to be talking and interviewing several women accomplishers who have in their own way achieved a lot of success in their own ways. Last night, I spoke to Anu Natarajan, ex-mayor, ex-council member of City of Fremont, and prior to that, we also spoke to Sim Gopalan. Is a man who also wanted to recognize his mother's contribution, his wife's contribution, etc. And today we have other women who are going to be on our show. And tonight again in our Tamar Subai Radio 2-hour segment, we're going to be talking at length about other contributions women have accomplished over the years, and how far have we come over the generation, and how much more we're going to be going forward. How much more of incomplete work we have ahead of us. And in the same series today, we have Ms. Madhavi Papineni. Madhavi Papineni, as she's new to our show, she joins us from Bangalore, I believe. Madhavi is an entrepreneur from Bangalore, India. She started her professional career at 19 as an actuarial apprentice and worked in several positions in insurance and software industries for 20 years. She worked for companies like Life Insurance Corporation of India, CSC, and Accenture, and also have few actuarial papers to her credit. Later, she moved on to start her own business of women apparels. I can see that from her background, women apparels and jewelry. She started her business 5 years back and as a retailer, and now moved up the value chain. And they have recently launched their own brand of apparels and jewelry, Diviti. Fantastic! That is awesome. Fantastic, Madhavi. Congratulations. I mean, that requires a lot of guts, I should say, and kind of your background and my background kind of matches, but I think you have taken off extremely well, and I'm very proud of what you're doing. Congratulations and welcome to the show. How are you doing?
Thank you, Sudha. Thank you so much for inviting me to your show.
Yeah.
I'm really honored, and I'm very excited to talk in your show and share my experiences with you.
Sure.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. So tell me about your profession itself. From what I'm seeing from your bio, you started off as actuarial
Yes.
apprentice. That would mean a person who would go and assess the insurance damage of a person or
Actuarial premiums, yes.
Yeah.
Insurance, we assess the risk. Actuaries assess the risk, and they arrive at the premiums based on that risk.
Oh, I see. Okay. And that was a long back, right?
Yes, that was long back, really long back.
And then you also worked in the software industry. Tell us about that.
Yeah, sure, Sudha. I started very early, like 19 years of age. I started working as an actuarial apprentice. This was a recruitment for the actuarial people because actuarial recruitment doesn't happen frequently. Very few actuaries across the world, in fact. So, the biggest insurance corporation of India, that is the Life Insurance Corporation of India, periodically recruits a bunch of freshers and train them in the actuarial papers, train them to pass the actuarial papers. It was one of the papers which is more tougher than chartered accountancy in India. So that was long back, and I was one of the youngest recruitees among my batch.
Very nice.
And then after a few years, when the software boom has started, and I wanted to work on a combination of both insurance and software. So I was a domain consultant and a business analyst for many software companies.
Very nice.
Very so yeah, I had a.
So you were doing both the insurance part and the software development, but you're doing multiple hats at the same time. Okay.
No, actually, I was never into coding. It was I was a business analyst and a domain consultant for an insurance software.
Got it. Yeah, makes sense because you knew the insurance part, so you could consult for the.
I knew that domain, so I used to help them do the requirements and understand the clients.
This is completely new to me. All that I know here is something totally different domain, but this comes as a new thing to me. Okay. Let's
Okay, fine.
continue.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I had a steep career graph till I had my kids.
Okay.
And then I intentionally took a step back because I wanted to balance my professional and personal responsibilities.
Sure.
I went on part-time.
Okay.
So I worked half day, and a half day I was focusing on kids, and we
Fair
managed
enough.
pretty
Fair enough.
well
You didn't
for a
want to
couple of
let
years,
go both of them. Yeah.
both of them.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, life doesn't go as the way we plan, right? I mean, God has always planned something for us, but I always feel He planned something better.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So I had some serious health issues, so I quit.
Oh, okay.
I quit, and I took a break for a couple of years.
Hmm.
Then again started my second innings as an entrepreneur.
Okay. Okay.
So
Okay.
totally different than what
Ah,
I did for
okay.
20 years. No
Ah,
insurance, no software,
okay. Okay.
into
Hmm.
woman apparel. I took over a small baby product shop, a home run baby product shop,
Okay.
5 years back.
Okay.
And then added 1 gram gold and fancy jewelry to that product base,
Okay.
and we managed for a couple of years, and then we added women apparels.
Wow. Okay.
So, and yeah, and now we've just completed our 5th anniversary,
Fantastic. Fantastic. From
and
baby product to 1 gram gold to apparels, and now, oh wow. And already
manufacturing.
you look back, it's already 5 years. Okay.
Yes, it's
Ah,
already 5 years, 5 long years.
okay. Okay.
So yeah, and we wanted to move up the value chain, and then went into manufacturing. I started this with my designer friend Manjusha.
Mm-hmm.
So both of us have thought we want to give the best products to the customers
Sure.
at a reasonable price.
Sure. Absolutely.
So that is the
Fantastic. Fantastic. Do any of your ex-colleagues come and knock on your door and say,
yeah, of course,
Marcia, I
of
want to buy
course.
your product?
Yes, they are my ex-colleagues, my
Nice.
yeah, all of them, my family, my
Ah,
friends,
of course.
everyone. Now I have a
Okay.
uh,
Okay. Mhm. I was
even my
sitting.
childhood friends. I got into
Oh,
connect because
ah,
of this business.
okay. Do you have a good social media presence that
Yes, yes, we do have a business WhatsApp account, business WhatsApp, and we have Instagram,
oh,
Dwiti.dazzlingyou,
tell me again?
uh, Dwiti.dazzlingyou.
Dazzling you. Okay, very nice.
That's the
Okay.
same page in either in Instagram or in Facebook. We
Okay.
are with the same name,
Oh, good to know.
and hmm,
Very good to know.
and we have a strong Fremont present also.
Ah, nice. Oh, here
So
overseas also. Beautiful.
yes, overseas,
Beautiful.
yes,
Very
yes.
nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing you have a partner here, some kind of a virtual partner or working partner here in Fremont
I
also.
really don't have. I use my sisters as for that.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Okay.
Having
I
two
know
sisters in Fremont
family.
helps.
Yeah, family. I know family plays a big role for
Big
all of
role,
us
yes.
in for any of us survival. Unfortunately, not all of us are blessed with the family support, but good for you. You have had a good set of ex-colleagues, good childhood friends. You have a good, I can tell from your child, your sister who has been supporting you. You have a reasonably good network that has been
Yes.
helping you with your business and with other issues also, so that you could take the risk of quitting a job and your good paying job and then starting your own business at a risk. Okay, if you could name a few women who stepped up and say, okay, Madhu, I'm here for you, just quit your job, I will take care of yourself, and no matter what, and every time you have a setback, they're there for you, telling you a few words, or if there's something going wrong with your business, something, you could just call them up and say, okay, I'm going through this hellish situation, tell me what to do. If you can name a few of them, if can you name?
Sure, sure, Sudha. Definitely. Not only in the business front. See, for me, I have been always a confident child. Since childhood, I was always confident, and I was always into public speaking. I
Excellent.
went and a lot of elocution competitions,
Ah,
debatings, and I won a state level National
Wow.
Science Seminar and represented Andhra Pradesh at national level.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
And
You know, they
actually today
say,
I was remembering
they
uh,
say
years
communication
back.
is so important for business. And
Exactly.
I think if you have conquered communication, you have conquered business. Uh, at least 50% of it, and I think especially for your business, and also for my business, communication is the key. And
Very.
I don't say that if you conquered communication, it is most important for us, this one, but it helps for sure. It
Yeah.
helps. Yeah.
See, it's realizing our potential and utilizing it for our own career path, whether it's
Yeah.
business or your
Yeah.
RJ, whatever. Yeah,
Yeah, and
that's very important.
it also helps to voice somebody else's concern. Like there is somebody who's coming into your life and says, "Oh, I need some help, but I can only confess to you. I'm not able to confess to the world or somebody else. Can you be my voice?" So it helps
Yes,
to help. It helps to help them take you on. You know, you can be their voice also. That if they cannot have a
definitely.
voice, you can be their voice.
Definitely, Sudha, definitely. And as coming back to your question, so I always had the confidence, but for that, it is definitely the people who inspire us to do that, who encourage us. Without that, I mean, I don't see myself anywhere there. And the first such woman is my mom, of course. I think for most of
You're
us,
yeah. Everybody starts with their mom. Yeah.
yeah, I think it is the first woman who shapes us, right?
Yeah.
And as most of us believe, I also believe she's the best mom in the world. So, and she's an amazing lady with a very soft nature, lots and lots of patience,
Mm-hmm.
and very helping nature.
Mm.
What surprises me is all this is not very surprising because these are the women, the typical homemakers from 1960s. That's
Yeah.
how they are, right?
Yeah, yeah, just hang on. Yeah, keep continuing.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Okay.
that is how the homemakers from 1960s are. So there is
Mhm.
nothing surprising about that. But what surprises me is the contrast in nature. Her thinking is in alignment with the moms of the millennium.
Huh.
So she had the patience of the woman in 60s
Ah, okay.
and the thinking and the broad-mindedness for the woman of the millennium.
Very
So
nice.
that really inspires me. And one more thing is, she is a very soft by in a demeanor and she a very
Mm.
docile personality. Yet she's very strong.
Oh.
That is, I haven't seen in many of my friends' moms or whatever in that
Mm.
generation.
Mhm.
And one more thing, which I totally inspire and make it my motto in my life is that she never hurts anyone, but she never let anyone hurt her. That's the
Mm.
most important part.
I treat you and you treat me the same way. Okay. Mhm.
Exactly. You better treat me the same.
Okay, okay, got it.
So I feel we all have to learn a lot from that. So give respect and take respect.
Absolutely.
That's along with so much of patience and soft helping nature, all that. That's a wonderful combination of things which really inspired me. Uh, and I can't thank her enough.
Fantastic. Very good.
And one more thing is coming to professional front. I want to see my sisters, my husband, everyone. I mean, I start them that they're there for me every time. But who inspired me to start my second innings? I want to talk about that lady. Her name is Devyani. She's the person whom I have taken over the business from 5 years back. Coming from a working class professionals, family background, I had strong apprehensions, bad, I should say, about business.
Sure.
Okay,
You know,
I think
I
it's
felt I was
typical.
not cut out for business. I had no idea.
Uh,
Just get a paycheck month to month, be happy, go to
exactly.
class,
I was also like
go
that, Sudha.
shopping. Yeah, yeah, go shopping,
I was also like that.
lead a regular life. Yeah,
Yeah, it's like a peaceful
no
life we
risks.
want,
Yeah.
no risks. But as I said, because the strong apprehensions among them were the first thing always used to think business is for rich people because they can afford even if there are some losses, they can only handle. It's not for us. That's one thing, one apprehension I had. And the second one is businesses can't be conducted ethically. I'm really sorry and ashamed to say this, but I'm just accepting what I had. That is a strong conditioning in me. That was a strong conditioning in me. So, but these two wrong beliefs I had was taken over by away because of Devyani. Because she was also a upper middle class, comes from a upper middle class family like me. And she run her business with utmost integrity. So I was really inspired. And when I was thinking of starting again in life, when she came and offered me okay, we are moving away, I want someone to take my business. And there was a lot of competition to take over because people wanted home run businesses. Home run businesses, because we have around 2,000 apartment complexes here. So a home run baby product shop was a very good deal to have. But she said, I've seen this business as my baby and I can't give it to someone whom I'm not confident about. I will share the same values. She's seen me doing charities. She's seen me that certain percentage of my income I will donate, and we share the same values and the same integrity. So she said, I believe in you for me to take over the business.
Wow.
So that was something which I said, okay, I will go with it.
That was destiny. That was just destiny.
Yes. And initially my family had a lot of apprehensions because no one, I mean, even my forefathers never did business. So, but I said no. As I told you, from the beginning, I was a very confident personality. I never followed the typical paths. If I look back,
Sure.
See, for example, in 80s, the typical career path would have been to do medicine or engineering.
Okay.
But I went and did my graduation in statistics because I loved that subject.
Okay.
And it was typical that for most of the people to get that time, at least, to give dowry and get married. I said, I'm not going to get married. Even I'll stay single, but I never get into such things. And I stayed on that point. And I always wanted to raise a girl child. And when we had a son first, biological son, so immediately we wanted to adopt a girl child, and we went ahead and did it.
Wow.
Basically, what I'm trying to tell you all this is that I always listened to my heart and followed my passion.
Very nice. Very nice.
So luckily, all the while, both my parents and my husband, everyone, my friends, family, I don't have to mention them. Everyone supported me and stood by me. By God's grace, I'm doing good today. But just we have to, I feel it's very important to listen to your heart and do what you're passionate about.
Yeah.
Not to get scared of the conditionings we have and all the reasons to stop.
Yeah, all the risks that might happen.
That might happen.
Yeah.
So,
wonderful.
So these are the two women I can talk about.
It's a great story.
About inspiration. Yeah.
Very great story. I salute you for that, and salute your mother and your
thank you so much, Sudha.
Colleague for that. Very nice. I don't know. I'm just moved by your story. I'm very inspired by it, I would say.
That's so sweet of you.
Do you want to? Okay, you talked about your mother and your ex-colleague. Do you have any message for young girls who are so excited about? I mean, who you have a message. You told them about follow your heart, follow your passion, and don't be afraid to take a risk and all that. Do you have a message for the next generation of girls, or do you think they're already ready to do that?
They are the next generation are gems. We always talk about the bad things that they play video games and they do it, but they are gems. I'm telling you, they know what they want in life.
Don't you think? Don't you think? Yeah, yesterday also I was talking to Ms. Anu Natarajan, who's ex-mayor and council person of City of Fremont here. And she says the same thing. She has immense confidence in the next generation, especially of girls. Yeah.
They know what they want.
Yeah.
And they know how to reach there also.
Yeah.
But only thing I want to tell those people is, see, hurdles will be there all the way. Whether in personal life, I mean, there is no life without challenges, right?
Mm.
So I had so many challenges. For example, I started the business. First year, even before the first anniversary, we broke even.
Oh, okay. Very nice.
Yes, that good.
Mm.
Comes the second year, sudden slump in the business. There was
Huh.
nothing. Seeing me, people started parallelly. There's a lot of competition,
Huh.
and the business levels go down. See, we
Okay.
have to take all these things in stride, and we have to think differently, challenge ourselves, go forward.
Mm. Mm.
So, what happened the second year?
Mm-hmm.
I traveled to US, and while going, I carried a lot of jewelry with me, but, and we did preview and sale kind of a things,
Mm-hmm.
just from my sister's places only. And people were really impressed with my jewelry because it looks exactly like gold,
Okay.
and they were very impressed with the quality. See, when I send pics to my sister and they've seen, that is different, because in online, no, pics are can be
Very,
very
yeah, they look too
deceptive.
good. Yeah.
So I went and showed. I'm so happy to tell that while coming back, I took two baggages are allowed to US, as you know, from India. One bag was jewelry, one bag was my clothes. While coming back, I came back with one bag. Not even one single piece of jewelry.
Fantastic. So let me know when you want to come back, when you plan to come back
Sure,
here.
sure.
Uh,
Sure.
One
So
important
after
question.
coming back,
Uh-huh.
yeah, sorry, go
No,
ahead.
no, no. Important question. 2020 was a bad year for me,
Yes,
for many small
for
businesses
any
around the
businesses.
globe. How did you handle it?
Yes. Uh, it was a very, very bad year. Actually, we were doing so well after second year, after my US visit, as I was telling you,
Mm-hmm.
my business grew so much.
Mm-hmm.
And we started a separate business WhatsApp group for US customers. And I always think, how can the customers get more benefit? See, I realized that the main cost in sending the goods from here to US people is the courier cost.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
and how can I differentiate? There are many people who take products from here to US and they're already selling, right? What
Yeah,
is my differentiation?
yeah.
So what we thought was, I started a concept called bulk shipping. So 2, 3 people together, they order 5, 6 kilos. I mean, even if you order 2 saris, 2 kurtis, it will be 5, 6 kilos. So together, then I send it to them. They're all neighbors, right? So one shipping I do, I'll keep separate packets inside. They just name them. They just come and pick it up. So
Perfect.
that way I'm cutting on courier costs a lot. And we just supply, whether it's jewelry or saris, just $10, $15 more than the Indian price. That is how I became successful in US.
Very nice.
And another differentiator was that we had a boutique. So we do stitch fall picots, we do stitch blouses, and we use the technology. We do take measurements over the WhatsApp video call and give the perfect fitting apparels for the
Nice.
Indian community over there.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Very nice.
So we did the end-to-end service also, like there is a Arangetram happening. So right from the invitations getting printed, right from the accessories, the dance dresses, and to the return gifts, what you will give
Oh
to the
my
audience.
goodness. Fantastic. Fantastic.
So that
Wow.
really people were happy with our services, with the quality, and we did that.
Mm-hmm.
So it was all like very nice things happening. I'm coming
Okay.
back. I'm telling all this to come back to your
Yeah,
question of
yeah. Yeah,
Corona.
2020. Mm-hmm.
And we are happy. Okay, we're doing very well, we think. Suddenly Corona comes in.
Correct.
And everything, no gatherings,
It is
no,
exact.
whether in India or in US,
Mm-hmm.
just we are worst hit. But what we did was, okay, it happens, everything happens. And I took that time. I became so busy with all these dance accessories, dresses, everything. So I utilized that time to think back, relax, and see what can I do now. Now it is 4 years. We are entering into fifth thing. So what should I do now? So what we thought is, to reduce the prices. That's how you have to do, right? But how will I reduce the price? Because already my profit percentages are very nominal.
Marginal, yeah, margin is low.
Marginal. So what I thought is we will go up the value chain and we will start manufacturing them. Because in retailing, we don't have 100% control on the quality or the pricing.
Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
after all, I'm not doing charity here, I'm doing business. So I have to add my percentages. So what we thought was, if we are getting into manufacturing, then we can give the best products, but boutique stitched quality finish at a ready-made prices.
Ah.
So that is how we relaunched ourselves and we went ahead, and that's why it's so satisfying. I employed another 5 people, and so now we recently launched our Dviti brand, and we're doing quite good. Touch wood.
Mm.
I mean,
You actually did the opposite of what most of the small scale industry
most of the
did.
small scale
You actually hired
we,
more people. Ah,
yes,
okay.
and I'm more than happy to share with you that we launched it 20 days back, and today we reached our 100th sale.
Wow, excellent. Madhavi, I see a mannequin there and a bag there, a mannequin wearing a
Yeah.
mask. Will you be able to show me just a bit of what you have there?
Sure. I'm taking it from my store only.
Okay. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful.
And see, look at, these are all the activities. We have frocks.
Nice.
And we have all the accessories.
Awesome. Alrighty.
Mm.
If you can give me a rough, ballpark number on the price of the kurtis or sets or earrings and all that in the US dollars, how much would it be? Let's say this one, the far right.
We start the kurtis from $10. And earrings and all from $6. Oxidized, even $4 we have, and the terracotta set, which I'm wearing probably.
I love what you're wearing, and it's so well coordinates with what your saree is and all that. Oh my
it's
goodness.
just $7. We sell it for $7.
The set is $7, is it?
Yes, including my earring.
Oh my God. Can you remove that and then just throw it across Zoom?
Please, in my next shipment, I can sell.
So that is wonderful. That's wonderful, Madhavi. My last question for you was, if you had unlimited powers in your hands, how would you like to use it for women across the world?
Very beautiful question, Sudha. I think I will give the powers to all the women to realize their true potential. What they can realize the true potential and what they want to do. I want them to do what they want to do and not to be restricted by the societal or family pressures. They have to define success, what it means to them, not to others. There's nothing right or wrong thing. So what you think is right, as long as you do it ethically, anything and everything is right. So follow your dreams, as I already said. And hurdles keep coming, challenges keep coming. Whether it's on the health front, as I said, I had a lot of health issues, but still we have to move on and make things work out.
Kudos to you. Kudos to you. Fantastic. Good luck with your journey. And I will make sure at the end of it, if your WhatsApp, if you can send me the link to your business or Instagram or Facebook or WhatsApp group, I will definitely add that to the YouTube link. And
oh,
all
that's
the best.
So sweet of you, Sudha. I'll definitely do that.
All the best to you, Madhavi, and fantastic talking to you. God bless and good luck to your business and may it thrive. And nice talking to you and thanks for your time.
Thank you, Sudha. Thank you so much. And just wanted to tell you, I love RJs. Okay, I mean,
oh, thank you.
The way they
I'm just a newbie. I'm just a newbie. I'm just learning. It's all I haven't
I'm
heard
sure
anything.
you'll do. I'm sure you'll do very well. All
I
the
don't
best.
even know what RJs are, because in India the RJs do a different way. This is my own way of doing RJ. So this is my own unique way of doing an
That's
RJ.
the most important. You should
Yeah,
do what
yeah,
you want.
yeah. Thank you
Thank
again.
you, Sudha. Thank you so much. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
this opportunity.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.